What are the mistakes a home buyer makes when purchasing a home that can cost them some money? Hey folks, this is Chris Miller with Win-Win Real Estate with another edition of Ask the LV House Guy. As I've said in past episodes, there are many costs when purchasing a home. Some of them you know, some of them you don't know. But today I want to discuss some that if you don't pay attention to them, they could cost you some unnecessary money out of your budget. The first three I'm going to talk about are all occur in the lending process, and which begs to the issue of making sure you find a lender that is on your side, just like your real estate agent. So let's talk about number one, ignoring your credit score. Your credit score is a very important part of the process when purchasing a home, and most of you know that. But what most of you might not know is if you have a credit score that's maybe 5 or 10 points below a certain threshold, if you just get it above that, that can greatly affect and lower your interest rate. And as interest rates are on the rise right now, when this is being taped, that could be to a great benefit you to know what that number is and how to get it there. A good lender will look at your FICO score and will look at the issues on there and provide things that you can do on a short-term basis and a long-term basis if this is a long-term process for you and your family. The second part of the lending process that can cause you some money is making sure that you have a pre-approval versus a pre-qualification. I talked about this in a recent episode of Ask the LV House Guy, the difference between the two. But basically, a pre-approval means you have provided documentation, you've gone to underwriting, your loan has gone to underwriting, and you have a pre-approval for a home at this much money. And that works to your benefit for a number of ways, particularly when it comes to a prospective seller looking at an offer with a pre-qualification or pre-approval better. Last but not least on the lending front here, falling for an expensive loan. There are many lenders out there. There are many loan products out there. And every lender charges different fees for different things. And different loan products require or ask for different fees for different things. So please make sure and educate yourself on the cost of your loan, all the way down and what your lender is going to charge you, what it means. So those are the things about a lender. If you're looking for a lender, I have a list of some that past clients have used, and I can share that with you. Or you can just go online and look at reviews and look at different lending companies and lenders and loan officers. That is a process where you pick someone who you like, just like you pick a real estate agent you like, hopefully. Okay, let's talk about two more things that can cost you some hidden money. The first one is skipping an inspection. I would never, ever, ever, ever recommend one of my buyers purchasing a home without a home inspection. It provides you the opportunity to know current issues that need to be addressed, both maybe from the seller's point that needs to be fixed, and we ask for that in the process, or something you need to fix right away after you move into the home. The other thing it does is it looks at something and says, this might not be an issue right now, but it's something to keep an eye on as you own the home and as you live in the home, and look for things that might affect certain things on there as well. I would never recommend the purchase of a home without a home inspection. In fact, there's a previous episode of Ask the LV House Guy that talks about that. Last but not least, don't buy with emotion, buy with reality. Now, I know it's a home, it's where you're going to live, and I know that every buyer that I've ever worked with, when they walk into that home, there's something right here in the emotion that tells them this is the house. But I always want you to remember this, because at the beginning of the process, you need to make a list. What are the deal makers? What are the deal breakers? Where's the location of the home? What part of town do I want to live in? Pool versus no pool. How big of a house do I want? HOA, no HOA. Communicate that with your agent in the process as well, so the agent knows what you're looking for, and when you're not out looking at things that don't meet your general criteria. You can still purchase with emotion, but you want to make sure the emotion of what you're seeing matches the list that you have, if all that makes sense. Anyways, it was great talking to you. I look forward to next week and another edition of Ask the LV House Guy.